Welcome students. Today we are going to talk about a new term. It's a decimal. Okay. So last class we talk about fraction. You know what is fractions, students? Okay. Today I'm introducing a new interesting fraction. So look at the diagram. The rectangle is divided into equal parts. 10 equal parts. Okay, so the 10 equal parts, out of 10, 4 had been shaded. Okay, 4 had been shaded, you know very well. So 4 shaded, how we can write as a fraction? 4 upon 10 we can write like this. Okay, it's a fraction. Then if you look at the second diagram, the 10 out of 5 has been shaded in the pink color. Okay, so we can write fraction in as like 5 upon 10. Okay, if you assume 15 parts out of 100, if you shaded, you can write like this: 15 out of 100. Okay, if you assume 32 parts out of 1000, if shaded, how you can write? We can write 32 upon 1000. So if you look at the denominator of all the fraction, 10, 20, 100, 1000. So this kind of fractions we called decimal fraction. Okay, students, I hope you understand, because first chapter we discussed about fraction. Okay, you know what is denominator, what is numerator. Okay, in this chapter we are going to introduce new term as a decimal fraction, decimal number, decimal. So for that, now I'm showing some diagrams. It's a rectangle. 10 out of 4 first diagram is shaded, so we can write as like 4 upon 10. Okay, then second example, 5 has been shaded, so 5 upon 10 we can write like this. If you assume 100 rectangle, in 15 if you shade, how you can express 15 upon 100? Then if 1000 square were there, 1000 rectangle, if out of 1000 if you shade 32 parts, how you can write as a fraction? 32 upon 1000. So these kind of fractions we call as a decimal fraction. Okay. Okay, students, if you look at this, before we shown some diagrams. The fractions are 4 upon 10, 5 upon 10, 15 upon 100, 32 upon 1000. These are decimal fractions, I already told you. Okay, we can represent it as another format. These fractions: 4 upon 10, okay, 5 upon 10, 15 upon 100, 32 upon 1000. We can represent it as another format like this. So 4 upon 10 we can write like this: 0.4. We can read as 0.4. Okay, then 5 upon 10 we can represent it as 0.5. We can read as 0.5. Okay, then 15 upon 100 we can represent it as 0.15. Okay, we can read as 0.15. Then 32 upon 1000 we can represent it as another format like 0.032. Okay, so we can represent it 0.032. Okay, thus students, the number 0.4, 0.5, 0.15 and 0.032, these all are decimal number or decimals. Okay. Okay, students, look at the example 24.31. Okay, 24.31 we can read as the number 24.31. Okay, the number to the left of the decimal point is called as the whole part or integral part. If you look at this, left side is a whole part. So this is the whole part. 24 is the whole part. Okay, if you look at this, it's a whole part. So it's a definition: the number to the left of the decimal point. This is a decimal point. The dot is the decimal point. So left side, 24 is the left side. 31 is the right side. You know very well. Okay, this is the right side. This is the left side. So the number to the left of the decimal point is called as the whole part or integral part. Okay, the number to the right of the decimal point is called the decimal part. You know very well, it's a decimal part. Then the point, the dot, is called decimal point. So the number of digits after the decimal places, after the decimal point, are called the number of decimal places. It's very important. One more questions. The number of digits after the decimal point. The dot is the decimal point, you know. Dot is the decimal point. Okay. After the decimal point, the places decimal point are called the number of decimal places. So if you look at 24.31, how many decimal places are there? 2 places. So there are 2 decimal places in 24.31. If you look at it, 2 places, 1 place, 10 place. Actually when you mention in decimal places, 10 place, 100 place, you have to the place like this. So the decimal point, after the decimal point, you have 2 places are there. Okay, look at some example. Example 1. Okay, example 1, take example 49.35. okay, 49.35 example is a decimal number. Look at it. 49 is the whole part. Okay, 49.35. 49 is the whole part or integral part. After the whole part, you have dot. The dot we call as a decimal point. Okay, it's a decimal point. Then after the decimal point, right side of the number we call as a decimal part. Okay, it's a decimal part. You understand? The number which have the point dot we call as a decimal number. So the left side of the number we call as a integral part or whole part. The right side of the decimal point we call as a decimal part. Okay. Okay. If you look at it, the number 49.35, there are 2 decimal places are there. 49.35, 35, there are 2 decimal places. If you look at it, the decimal part, after the decimal point, you have 2 numbers. It means 3 and 5. So there have 2 decimal places are there. Look at let me see another example. Example 2, 0.859 is another example. Here 0 is the whole part or integral part. Then after that you have decimal point. Then right side of the number 859 is the decimal part. Okay, it's a decimal part. So you know, the 0 is the integral part or whole part. The dot we call as a decimal point. After the decimal point, right side of the decimal point, we have the number as a decimal part. Okay, so there are decimal places. There are 3 decimal places are there. There are 3 decimal places are there. The number 0.859. How many places are there? 3 decimal places, because 859. So 3 places are there in the 3 decimal places are there in 0.859. We can read as 0.859. Okay.